We're pleased to visit with Randy Thomas. And for those of you who watch a lot of high school sports, you know that the football and basketball games wouldn't happen without officials. And as you know, Randy Thomas has been an official for many years.
Yeah, about 44 years I worked basketball, 38 years of football, and probably 23 or 4 years of track and field. So,
Very good. You grew up around Faith and played high school sports here?
yes, I did. I came here in the fall of 1962 as a fifth grader. I played basketball under Doug Stanford.
Okay.
And played football. Bill Collins was our high school football coach.
Did you have some good basketball and football teams back in those days?
Average.
So-so?
Average teams, yeah.
Was you average or was you a standout?
No, I was average. Maybe a little below.
What did you play in football?
I was a defensive end and a wide receiver.
Mm-hmm. And back when you were playing high school sports, did you think much about being an official?
No.
No?
Doug Stanford got us involved in officiating. High school coach coached everything when I was in school. In other words, he coached the grade school kids on up. And so we had to help. That was part of our program. And some coached, and some of us had to officiate. And that's how I got started.
Okay, so that's how you got started.
I worked my first basketball game in 1969, amateur basketball game.
I was going to say, who played?
Rapid City Macy's and Faith Haynes trucking team.
Was that here in Faith?
That was here in Faith. That's the first game I ever worked as a senior in high school.
Uh-huh. Wow. Yeah. How many football, basketball games?
In basketball, I worked about 1,900 varsity level contests. And most places I went, we always had to work the JV game as well. So I'm going to guess somewhere around 3,000 high school basketball games.
Man, 3,000 games.
I worked football, probably averaged 8 games a season for the 38 years, so maybe 10. So quite a few. I have it wrote down, but I can't tell you right off the top of my head. I've drove about 375,000 miles working high school sports.
Wow, that's a lot of miles.
That's a lot of miles.
I was going to ask you how many miles, but I didn't think you'd.
Well, we kept records. I don't have records before 1983, but I've kept records since 1983, so I know what I've did. I worked college basketball for 16 years, and I did a semi-pro league, the Black Hills Gold and Dakota Wizards, and I did that for 4 years. It's been a lot of fun. It was a fun ride.
Got some memorable games?
Yeah, probably the Warner Herald Finals, when Warner was up 8 points with 2:59 to go. And that was when the three-point line kind of just came into effect. Mm-hmm. And Eric Lappy buried all those three-pointers, and they ended up winning 84-79. Mm-hmm. Herald did. It was the largest Class B school playing the smallest Class B school. In girls basketball, I worked the Northwestern Wakanda semifinal game at the state basketball tournament when Northwestern supposedly upset Wakanda and broke their 103-game winning streak.
Okay.
I worked that with Lee Johnson. The Warner Herald game, I worked with Bob Kreitlow. And then I was fortunate enough to work Louis Krogman's last high school basketball game.
Oh, wow.
State tournament championship game against Langford in front of a full house. Mm-hmm. They were standing in line before the afternoon session ever got over to get in for the night session.
Is that a lot of pressure to officiate an important game like that?
No.
Just another game.
It's just another game. And it's just another game. Yeah. And so you work it that way. You put things out of your mind. I was fortunate enough to work Black Hills State Tech home and home for several years. And those games, you got up for those games. So you were mentally prepared for them. So
I would think I've never reffed, but is it difficult to see, like especially on a shot, a foul on that to see if the hand actually...
If you're in proper position, no. If you're out of position, yes, it is.
So you work hard to be in the right position.
Yes. And we have our off nights. As officials, we had our off nights. That everything you did, every position you made, you were out of position to make a call, and it's one of those nights. And that's just like basketball. Some nights the shots go in for you, some nights they don't. Officials are no different.
Some days a guy shoots 90%, another day 20%.
That's fact. Officials are the same way. And so it's easier to officiate today because they went to a 3-man crew. So your areas of coverage is a lot smaller today than it was years ago. We worked 2-man. Somebody asked me one time if I thought basketball officiating was better today than it was 30 years ago, 40 years ago. Can't really tell you. But we have to be, for one reason, today you have to be better because there's cameras everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
And when I first started out, there was no such thing. Nobody videotaped the game.
Yeah.
Now they all videotape.
Yeah. Speaking of video, do you watch much major college football or NFL, and what's your opinion of using instant replay?
Well, they want to speed up the game, and you can't speed up the game if you're over there looking at the video all day long. Officials' mistakes have been part of the game since they started playing the game. And so you should learn to live with that. They want to speed up college basketball. Probably going to have to take a few timeouts out of there. And every time they go to the video, it takes 4 minutes. So I just don't think there's really a big need for it. These officials today do such a great job that it's unbelievable. There's mistakes are made. You know, baseball players strike out. Baseball players have errors. Umpires, same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think the time frame is important. You watch a college basketball game, it's a 40-minute game, 20-minute halftime, and it takes 2 hours and 15, 20 minutes to watch the game.
Of course, we all know Randy Thomas also from here at Faith Lumber in Faith, South Dakota. And, of course, you're still here. But, Randy, when did you officiate your last high school sports game?
Well, it was a Sodak 16 game in Timberlake with Lemon and Sully Buttes. And, of course, the winner advanced to the state tournament. I don't remember the date to be exact, but it was in March of 2019. At one time, Lemon was ahead 14-3, and Sully Buttes came back to beat him by about 10 or 12, I think.
Mm-hmm. I know once in a while people get upset with officiating, but I know for the most part you've really received some nice thank yous from surrounding communities.
Oh, Buffalo, they caught me off guard in Buffalo. That almost brought me to tears. We were working a doubleheader game and with New Underwood girls, and before the introductions they said they had a presentation to make, and Jay Wamman was standing there, and I looked at the guys working with me. I said, I wonder what Jay's getting for an award. And then it ended up being my award, so it almost brought me to tears. So.
Wow. They gave you award just
Yeah,
for...
they did. They gave me a coffee cup. It says, Randy Thomas, thanks for officiating Harding County Rancher football and basketball for the last 44 years.
Wow, nice touch.
Lemon did something for me as well up there. And then the Little Morrill Conference did something for me at the boys' conference tournament. They had a presentation. And then this year, the Region 8 officials at the playoff game here between Faith and Kadoka, they gave me a cribbage board and thanked me for all the years of service. So, yeah, it was a fun ride, really was.
Yeah, very good, very good. Well, Randy, on behalf of all the high school sports fans in Western South Dakota, thanks for officiating.
Well, I appreciate it. It was like I say, a fun ride. I enjoyed being around the kids. Not particularly been a joy around being their parents, but the kids were a lot of fun, and you know, I had a lot of respect. I saw a lot of phenomenal basketball players over the years, and you know, people have asked me who the best shooter you ever saw play. I said I would say Eric Klein out of Aberdeen Central. You know, Eric Pietkowski out of Rapid City was a phenomenal basketball player. I worked Mike Miller when he was a sophomore in high school at Pierre, so I've had a fun ride. Becky Flynn, you probably never meet a finer young lady than Becky Flynn. Mm-hmm. So, no, it's been fun.
Yeah.
Been a great time.
Okay. Well, hey, Randy, we appreciate you taking time to talk about it, and thanks for joining us here on Black Hills TV.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
I'm Tracy Collins.
I'm Trevor Fisher.
And we're both alumni from Faith, South Dakota.
I want to congratulate Randy on 44 years of officiating.
Congratulations, Randy.
Thank you.
Hey, Randy. I just wanted to take a minute to say thank you for your dedicated years of service to the High School Activities Association and the student athletes across the state of South Dakota. We really appreciate you. We appreciate your leadership and your dedication to the many sports that you've officiated over the years. You've been a true dedicated mentor and teacher to so many officials across the state, and we really appreciate all the things that you have done for the officials and for the association. So I hope we've got a lot of people that follow in your footsteps, and we thank you for your dedicated years of service. Thanks, Randy.
Randy, on behalf of the Hardin County School District, the coaches, the athletes, administration, and community members, I want to personally thank you for all the years of service you provided to us officiating. Congratulations in your retirement. I hope you're enjoying yourself, and we miss you. Take care, Randy.
Hey Randy, congratulations on your 44 years of officiating. It's quite the impressive feat, and it's greatly appreciated. I really enjoyed my time coaching when you were on the court with me, and also when I was a player and you're out there officiating those games. So it's greatly appreciated. You did a lot of great things for our community and LMC conference. Thanks again.
Congratulations, Randy. You've been the best for a long time, and I'm going to really miss seeing you in those stripes. Thanks for everything.
This is Dave Vilhauer from Aberdeen. While there's a wide-held belief that being an official is a tough way to make friends, I'm glad that was not the case for Randy Thomas and me. When I worked at the American News, I covered numerous state tournaments, and while the locations and teams changed from year to year, there was always one constant. Randy seemed to be officiating. We soon struck up a friendship that has lasted to this day. While we were both there to do a job, Randy never considered what he was doing as work. In fact, he once told me of being an official, "If this ever becomes a job, I'll quit because I've got a job." While it's said that the best officials are the ones that are never seen, I'm glad that wasn't the case with Randy Thomas, because whenever I worked a state tournament, I always looked forward to seeing him. Congratulations on a great officiating career and for your years of service to the youth of our state.